Miles is an incredible motocross runner and, this morning, he participated in a race. However, when the chain on its bike breaks, he loses part of the feeling of race. Angry and frustrated, he looks at the winner celebrates his victory. Miles and his father Chuck approaches winner Sam, ask for an additional chain because they are pretty poor, although Sam tries to give them the chain that his father is incredibly rude and refuses to give them. Miles and Chuck feel discouraged, but then a girl named Sarah steals the game and gives them their repair quickly the bike and prepare for the next race. Everyone runs with great confidence. Sam is in the lead with nearby Miles. Behind it seems that it will be a tie, but Miles manages to move forward and win the Sam race. Congratulates him and invite to a party, but Miles declines. Chuck advises him to go and say this will help him establish links in the world of motocross. Meanwhile, in the research laboratory, one of the AXL dogs escaped. The scientist Andric immediately sends a research team to recover the robot dog while wandering around the city. Later in the night, Miles attended Sam's party, but he doesn't like. He looks at Sam and his friends use a torch to burn a damaged car, laughing and turning the everything. Miles decides to explore the house and admire the Sam collection of bikes. He falls on Sarah and they have a good time to discuss. Back home, Miles speaks to his father how unfair it is that he cannot be the best national runner due to a lack of resources. One morning, Sam invited Miles to a ranch to practice driving. While Miles was distracted from Sam's friends, added something to its fuel tank. Miles was not aware of what had happened and came out with confidence for a tour. Unfortunately, his motorcycle stopped working, making him have a terrible accident. To worsen things, Sam and his friends captured the fall in front of the camera and the kilometers that were left alone, after having removed the corrupt liquid from its tank and the addition of miles of fresh fuel. I tried to start his motorcycle, but that I wouldn't work. As he was trying to understand what to do, he heard a noise coming of an abandoned container nearby. To his surprise, he found Axel, a robotics. The dog at first kilometers was afraid and tried to leave, but Axel followed terrified. Miles continued to drive until an XL hurt. Feeling guilty about the kilometers, returned to help. The injured dog discovered that he was about to self-destruct in a moment. Connection kilometers have stopped the countdown and saved Axel's life. Later, AXL connected to Miles's phone and it learned to repair Axel. The next day, Sam and his friends made a video. Means Miles, but Sarah interrupted and demanded to know where it was. Meanwhile, Miles continued to work on repair Axel. When he finally finished, he removed the muzzle and discovered that the robot dog had weapons inside. However, Axel did not harm Miles, and they spent a lot of time playing together. The ranch, unfortunately being in the open for too long, has led scientists to crane systems to find them. So while the Berman agent is preparing to destroy the AXL system, but Andric stops. He says he is interested in seeing how Axel interacts with a human, so he thinks that Miles is a good test subject. Meanwhile, Sarah arrives at the scene, looking for kilometers, but Axel sees it first and almost attacks its kilometers. He tells the dog that Sarah is a friend, and Axel calms down and his eyes become blue. Later at night, Miles and Sarah discuss what to do with Axel. Sarah thinks they should return it, but Miles underlines belay holes in the pseudo-animal body. It is therefore obvious that he did not have good treatment. After their discussion, the couple dance. Their love for each other is obvious. The scene is observed in the laboratory where Berman suggests that they should give Miles and Sarah a reward and take away Axel because they are poor, but Andric says the dog becomes extremely sophisticated due to human contact, therefore they will continue to observe them. The next morning of the Miles and Sarah cover Axel with a sheet and bring it back with them. They stop at a service station to refuel and their Axel pirate the machine so that they must not pay and do the same with the automatic counter. Sarah Jonah asked where he was. Girl is. Sarah was in a wasted house where he was doing graffiti and Axel clock. The painting is followed by all the plans. It has a different handle. Then the dog shows them the show his self by system. The couple understands that designed as a weapon planned kill the other people. Axel provides the device. It makes biometric single kilometers. They are together at this time. Sam is coming. The house is released and violence, and Sarah think with the kilometers that make Axel supported his partner. The dogs are ready to defend the owners, but Miles ordered not to fight and Sam leaves happy with dogs follow all control of the Miles. Perfect, and Berman emphasize the Miles can use Axel to kill Sam. Sarah is very annoying because Mother Joanna works as a cleaning woman for the house of Sam, and what happened make his family a family. Think it would be a good idea talk to another person. They leave Axel there and decide to say Miles's father. Sam and his friends are coming back to a strong decision. Axel attacks, though the dog is. Sam avoids fighting with him Because Miles has provided law, not Sam's pay grade oil. Earth attracts dogs. Tell your friends to spread life. What's going on to do with my zeal? Surrounded by fire. The boys are used, admits. The facts to her Sarah believes. Axel and the army. Sarah suddenly check the living video of Sam and finds what is happening with the kilometers. Rush, but don't forget to bring biometric scanner to the abandoned home. Find in the Axel until they are damaged or stop. 2 Science events can say on the screen. In the cold. The couple arrived at Axel. Turn off the lights completely. They managed to wake up and put it in a car. Meanwhile, the government is in the middle. The Chuck house shows her gun and ask him a lot of Miles. Chuck is writing the biometric review. Miles on the left and the table. Search parking and Chuck. Call it with a bite to meet him. To get rid of Andrik and their anger. See what is impossible. Berman sends the email to Captain Weber. Miles and Sarah taking Axel in the 3D lens where they express and publish the body to repair you. The damaged body and string. Axel sends the message it is setting up and the restart will take less than 3 hours they think. The children's camera and a good house. Now this works in Androck. She sends other employees to recover her kinds that Sarah has the users. And when they are trying to hold Axel, it began to restart and use them. A couple help. Axel checks his memorial and key to kill Sam after Sam and Sarah followed. Stop it. Sam and his friends are on trip. Celebration and joy. Arrived and causes the music to be in and only. The target is Sam. Miles and Sarah arrive and find Sam fighting Axel. Sam, Axel and A. Fire and can't. Miles involves the hands and stops the Axel but one vehicle of drones. Andro says how drones are used. Electricity to stop the Axel government. Demises arrived and Axel with them. Take it with a couple. System school. Andrik asked Miles to give it a mystery key and Miles tried explain that Axel is the creation. This requires a living management. Andrik displays that the Axel is just the sky when I rejecting to give. Andrek that he protected Sarah and A. Laser cage thinks attacks if it attempts to escape and Sarah is using laser to create a graffiti. The art he created with a dessert. Robot dogs find it. Movement and know that it is a friend. Axel light Andrik and Berman give. Released, they are not surprised. Take over the Andrik soldier is held as Berman said. As you feel Sarah to decide. Leave in peace but kilometers and robot. Dropped offers on. Workers following Miles to a nests. Passed in the field, both failed from the mountain. And Miles hurt dogs. Scans Miles and discovery of his arms broke the dog trying to help. But Miles told him to go and run away. But one drone attacked. Axel autocorrector says. Miles had love. Foreign. The Andrik which publishes the Axel. In our dark principle Weber said they would reassemble Axel shortly. They will be responsible for delivering it. And the last scene Miles are taken. Biometric verification and work. To his surprise and that of his girlfriend. Get a post from Axel on them. Their phone smiles and shows the dog. Still, live as software.